come up with this little speech. Here it is. I'll give you the notes on it. It's called The 4 Ifs That Make Life Worthwhile. Number 1, learn from your personal experience. One way to learn to do it right is first mess it up and do it wrong. That doesn't mean it's the end of your life, but just, clean up the mess, now do it right. From a negative experience, sometimes we learn to do the positive things that saves our life and makes us successful. Best to get the information before. Yes, we can recover. Yes, we can come back, from the grave, practically. Yes, we can come back from bankruptcy and disaster and poor health. But wow, if we had the information up front that would save us some of those years of disaster, how much better that would be. So learn from other people's experiences, both negative and positive. Here's the second if. If you try, you gotta now try something from what you've learned. We've talked about that now earlier. Take action. You never know. My father said you never know until you try. When before you couldn't or didn't think you could. So you got to try it. Wow. But I got through it. And then I did it again. I didn't know if I should even try again. But sure enough, I had the kind of mentor and the kind of teacher who said, hey, that's nothing. What if you go up to bat and you strike out? Does that mean it's over? I said, no, it's not over. It's just over for one time up at bat. And then another time and another time. Pretty soon you connect. And pretty soon you get good enough to do well. And then pretty soon you get good enough to win the game. And then pretty soon you get good enough to take home the trophy. So you just keep trying. The third if that makes life worthwhile is if you stay. You got to hang in there. Some people plant in the spring and leave in the summer. When it gets a little hot and a little uncomfortable, and it looks like the weeds are winning, and it looks like the bugs are having a feast, and you have a tendency to say, hey, I've had it with this. But the key is if you want the harvest in the fall, at harvest time, you've got to stay through the summer. Even if the harvest doesn't turn out to be good, you just see it through and then use that experience to do better planting in the spring come the next turnaround of seasons. So stay in there. See it through. Life is worthwhile if you stay. Hang in there. Next, life is worthwhile if you care. If you care at all, you'll get some results. If you care enough, you can get extraordinary results. If you just care at all, you'll get some. But if you really cultivate your caring character and care enough, you can have such extraordinary returns from productivity, activity, things you're doing underway. Let me just quickly give you a list of 4 emotions that can change your life in one day. Okay, here they are. Number 1, disgust. Powerful emotion. Disgust says, I have had it. See, that could be the day. The day you can say, I've had it. And whether you've had it with something small or something major, the day you can say, I've had it, may not be the day it ends, but the day it begins. Here's the last one. This one's powerful. Resolve. Resolve says, I will. 2 of the most powerful words in the language. I will. The man says, I will climb the mountain. They've told me it's too high, it's too far, it's too rocky, it's too difficult, it's never been done before, but it's my mountain, I will climb it. Pretty soon you'll see me waving from the top. Or dead on the side, because I ain't coming back. The best definition I ever got from the word resolve came from a little junior high girl in Foster City, California, up north. I'm talking to the junior high kids one day. And I got several hands, and they were all pretty good, but the last one was the best. Little girl, about 3 rows back, held up her hand. She said, Mr. Rohn, I think I know what resolve means. I said, darling, what do you think it means? She said, I think it means promising yourself you will never give up. I said, that's it. That is the definition. Promise yourself you will never give up. I asked the kids, how long should a baby try to learn how to walk? How long? How long would you give your average baby before you shut him off? How long? See, any mother in the world would say, you're crazy. My baby's going to keep trying until it learns how to walk. What a magic formula. Now let me show you what triggers all emotions into activity that brings results. And results is the name of the game. Here it is. Action. Finally, you must do something about how you feel.
What's happening, YouTube? I hope you guys are well. We are back in Finland here after last weekend's race in Dallas, Texas, Little Elm. Let's have a little look how the 70.3 went. We go through it step by step. First the event, then my swim, bike, run, and then my plans to go further. So this was my first race of this year, and the goal for this, after the learnings from last year, is especially to race more on this professional level, this very high level of high swim, bike runners, to learn dynamics in all those things, and that I did. So first of all, the race, it's the first time, it's an inaugural event, first time it happened, and it's been, I don't know, I could say 10 out of 10. The whole event, the organization, the locals are so passionate, you can feel the heart in it. They really want to make this a long-term event. Also, Little Elm is quite a little paradise. It has, like, when you drive into it, has a little light tower and has a lake there, like a little village, you could say. What's happening, guys? Welcome to Little Elm. First impression, super cute. It's really more like a impression of a local triathlon event. Like, it feels super familiar. Everything's close by, like a little beach. We tried to put it in video so you can feel it a bit, but first impression is really not this huge hype thing. So anybody that wants to try this already can tell now it's a special one, yeah. Also, first time happening the event. I think there are 2,600 athletes and everything is in one spot. So it's super easy. It feels like a local triathlon event. All right, we got the bag. Look at it. It's a beauty. And then Mary Pepin's bag. Got a beautiful shirt. Nice summer colors.
Hey, really nice.
Very nice. Then the Race Ranger unit, very important, which is new. Before was only Pro Series event, which only few in the calendar that has Race Ranger at all. This is like the unit that shows how far away you are from the front guy. That's for the drafting rules. And now it's the first race I do, I think second overall ever. That is a 20-meter draft rule. So new change from the front, from the rear wheel from the guy in front to the front wheel of mine. It's now 20 meter between the bikes. Used to be 12. In short, very big difference and more fair racing. And the usual, yeah, not the usual actually. What they did, because of the new rule, they put yellow numbers for the pros, so it's easier to see for everybody, I guess, who's racing professional. And yeah, cool. Normally you get like transition bags for like swim, bike, run, like different colors. If you haven't done Ironman, that's kind of how it works. But here again makes it a lot simpler. Just like a local triathlon event, you put all the stuff actually next to your bike. So your run stuff and your bike stuff, everything is on the bike. So that's pretty cool, pretty simple. I like it. Old school. So we arrived there Wednesday of race week. I already did some time acclimatization before, so I stayed up until 2 a.m. here, Finland time, over 4 days. I started adjusting, then I sleep until 10 a.m., up until 2, and I had absolutely no issues. I was positively surprised that even already we landed on Wednesday afternoon. The race was Sunday, and yeah, I had already on Thursday. I felt really good. What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to Dallas, Texas. We're quite in the area. We're staying close with the Finnish family here, and arrived yesterday. Did some jet lag stuff already at home, so I feel really well time adjusted. 7 hours from Helsinki only, so really good. Already did my bike yesterday. Just have to do some fine tuning. Put the battery in the power meter, but otherwise we're pretty set. Yep. And all in general, all the old learnings, if you followed last November, I did Ironman Arizona, where I had definitely issues. Two of the main ones being my asthma, especially in these dry conditions that Arizona had, and Texas was very similar. It was very much more similar, and they're super happy. So positive things first. No issue with that. Not at all restricted. That I feel like I'm wheezing or that I didn't have any issues, that it felt like really in the run. I feel like in Arizona I had to literally walk. I never had that in my life, that it felt. That's why we checked for emboli and everything, that everything is good. No issues with asthma, very happy. Also, issue in Arizona was cramping in a wetsuit in a swim, that I came out of the water, I had literally double cramps of the whole legs, and on the bike obviously the legs felt cramped, and yeah, that's just what it was there. And also again, no issues. It was a shorter swim for sure, but what I did there to solve the issues, first I changed from the other wetsuit I had to Mako, a French brand, and it has a lot support on the core and legs. The ones I had before was literally I was going more for minimalistic wetsuit, so almost nothing around the core and all at the legs. So if you think this is the body, here's the head. So if the legs are up, so it has to do with the lower back spine. So if you have cramps in the swim, have a check with different wetsuits. That can for sure do something, because I did gym and all mobility and adjusted that. And even back home, I went in the old wetsuit and had cramps already in the pool coming in the feet. So it is the wetsuit that plays a big role if you have cramps. Morning, we're doing the last little bit of a ride, 45-minute ride. We go on the same loop around the NASCAR ring, there's no cars there. And let's check out my hydration setup. Proud of that one, good piece of engineering. So how I'm gonna do this, there's something over the years I've been always thinking more and more about. There's actually hair on here, let's remove this. All right, so I'm gonna be having 2 bottles on the back, only water. This also water. It's going to be a 2-hour bike ride, so this is going to be going here. One issue is obviously always this losing bottles thing that I countered with first those bottle cages. Pretty much impossible to lose a bottle. This one between the arms, I mean you can't really lose this one. And then here is going to be all my carbs in here. There's an air bottle, but it has a straw. There's a nice piece of engineering in there. There's another straw going here to the very bottom, so I get every bit of carbs out there. That goes under here. Have a look. Like this. Alright, boom. Then I have this beautiful straw here. I have a whole buffet basically. So I have a buffet of water, and this I can refill on the fly with the ones in the back, so I don't have to stop at all. And this is the one for the front. I've been thinking as well, math-wise, this is a flat course, but even for something like Frankfurt, what costs me more time? I would have to test it in a wind tunnel. But for example, in the back, if I only take 1 water bottle versus 2, you probably go the small hills up because the weight, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds quicker. But aerodynamic wise, it's probably a lot quicker in the back. And the other thing is, you don't have to stop at aid stations. So if you count each time you have to stop, and even if you grab a bottle and then it has to fit the bottle cage. So I think the plan, even on hilly courses, is still to have 2 in the back, have it all with me, so I don't have to stop at all. I think I'm gonna have more average speed for that, so it's fun. So let's try this. And my pump, first time, don't have to carry the bloody 8-kilogram pump. Also my bike bag was as light as ever possible. I think it was, what was it now? 23?
24.
24?
Yeah.
Sometimes it was like 30 kilograms. You pay overweight, like, oh my god. So yeah, pumpsy tires. That's the muck-off pump, by the way. So far, good. They're all the same price, around 120 bucks or so. But the engine works and all these things. Some people heard like engine brakes right away. It's not enough for 2 tires. But this works well. So So it's as simple. Some of them don't have a live feedback how much pressure it is. You have to check for that if you buy electric pump like this, because some don't have it and then you don't know what's in the tire. And this one I literally just put the amount of bar or PSI that I want, then click it on, press start, and it stops when it's done. It's a bit more tricky with the rear wheel because you have the adapter, so you can't just smooth it on. It's a bit more, you have to pressure it on, but it still works. It's a bit more messy, the disc wheel.
Stop sign, turn right.
Involved in how we tell the story, so involved in Rocky and how he's depicted.
Yes! I was here on Thursday, and after 2 minutes into ride I had a flat tire, super fun. And so the front wheel will be a tube now anyways. And here I changed the tire, and I did lose my adapter for the disc wheel. And here's the beauty. So now we got it, don't have to buy it again. It's verleuter. Actually has Ronnie Coleman's gym right around the corner, which means 50k away, which is still pretty far. In Arlington Metroflex gym, so close but still so far. Don't have time to go by now. Damn, could have gone to Ronnie's gym. Shit.
Okay, everybody, this is Brian Thompson. Brian is the guy that got me into bodybuilding about 7-8 years ago. A friend of mine brought me to this gym. Brian was the guy that told me I needed to be bodybuilding. But at the time, I just started working for the police department and I didn't want to do it. Brian was insistent upon me bodybuilding, told me that I could do good in the sport. Finally told me that he'd give me a free membership, and I said, oh, what the heck. Only, you know, was he there teaching me how to pose and how to dive, but he also gave me a lot of confidence.
Yeah, it's simple as marvelous. I think.
Yeah, it's just further.
You've arrived. Destination is on your right.
There. Where?
Yeah, it's this one there.
Go in.
Hello, how are you? Oh, Brian, right? Yes, sir. Matthew, hi.
Yeah, buddy, it's on now. Gotta get good. Gotta get good. Yeah. Gotta put your mind to it. Ooh. Go. Yeah. Go. Go. Ah. Go. Ah. Go. Yeah. Ah. Go. Ah. Yeah. Go. Ah. Yeah. Go. Ah. Go. 5, 6, come on, baby. 7, yeah.
gym, Metroflex gym in Arlington. Had to stop by, let's check it out. I already talked to one of the guys here. Just walk in. Actually, Brian Dobson was also here. Brian, the guy that trained with Ronnie and trained him, made him the 8-time Mr. Olympia. So it's still the same. Just proves like you don't need anything. Don't need any material, no equipment. Just dedication.
Where are you from? Helsinki.
Yeah, right next to
I have some friends from. I dated a girl from Finland a long time ago, and friends from there. Yeah. They travel a lot.
Came over here and thought,
Beautiful place.
it was so funny because I always followed online, but and I just zoomed in because we were in Fort Worth, and it was like
Everybody says that. Yeah, they're like, oh, we're in Dallas and we're in Fort Worth. Oh, yeah.
But I didn't even get that. I think Arlington
20 minutes.
was like your hometown somewhere. It's like, no, that can't be the same Arlington. And then I zoomed in, no way, it's this one.
The stadium too. The Cowboy Stadium. Yeah.
It's really nothing changed, right? I mean, it's just pictures.
No, man, when I first started, we didn't have any of the equipment. I came here, I'm from Los Angeles, so I was at Goshen Venice first, and then I come here, and it's changed a lot. I was almost professional too. I trained with Branch Warren, and when Ronnie was in his prime, I started. I started this gym 2000, so 2000, 26 years.
It's amazing.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
We got my snacks here, but this is a half distance, so I'm done like 11:30 or something. So 10 gels of 30 grams Omara gels, 2,500 milligrams sodium total. I can decide how much I want from it. If for whatever reason I don't want 150 grams per hour, I can just zip less and listen to my gut. Same on the run. I have 6 gels with, so just need water from the aid stations. Then race morning, the swim, it was really windy already. You could see white caps in the morning. So for safety, they decided to cancel the swim for the age groupers. Luckily, we got a 350 meter swim. It was just along the coast, in and out. But I was very grateful that we had at least that they made that happen again. Spontaneous, great organization. But it would have been unsafe for everybody because even the kayaks, it was so windy on this path that even the kayaks, they couldn't be out there. Like you have to imagine how windy it is that kayaks can't even paddle in a lake. It's not an open sea, it's not an ocean, it's not Gulf of Mexico, it's nothing. It's a reservoir, it's man-made, and it's still so bad that they couldn't even paddle their kayaks. So we then got ranked up as a stage start, so it was from start number 1 to the end, to 60 or 65, whatever it was. I was 51, so 5 seconds gaps in between. Everybody did their own swim kind of, and of course it's a bit sad because I feel like the swim could have been one where I could have, from this race experience, take this really positive away. And although it was only a 3-minute swim, I still felt very good and overtook 2 or 3 people in front of me. And afterwards, looking, the best guys swam like 2:40, 2:45. The best swimmers, and I swam 3:06 in minutes. And looking back now, this was more like a pace I could have maintained almost for the whole thing. So if I would swim it again now, afterwards, you're almost smarter, because you didn't have anybody around you that you would say, okay, you have to go harder. There's the front pack. It was kind of an individual thing, and I would have swum harder, and I'm pretty confident I could have gotten for sure 10 seconds out. 15, probably not. But 10 seconds quicker, I think I could have gone. But could have, if buts, they don't exist. But just as a positive nugget for myself. I felt good and I did a lot of progress in the swim. So happy with the swim, happy with the wetsuit, and then right into transition. So quick transition, also time-wise there I was up there with all the fastest guys. I'm good with transitions, I'm happy with that, full gas. And then onto the bike, I had my bike set up there, ran out and started riding. So I basically, you have always people around you. It's a 20-meter draft rule the first time. I was also curious how that works. Every event now has a race ranger. I also talked to the New Zealand founder from Race Ranger, super nice guy. I met him now a few times at different events I was and he was. And before was only at the Pro Series event, and now they're kind of upgraded that they have it at all the pro events. They do have Race Ranger, which is a device that kind of shows the referees and us how the distance is to the front guy, so you're quite clear. And regarding referees and the bike in general, they were top-notch, 10 out of 10. You can just tell the positive impact that the new administration change of Ironman has made, like just exactly how it should be, fair, and really you could see people got drafting cards that deserved it. You could see it from the back, so they really lured back like a police car in the back and took pictures and waited patiently. If somebody really could see, sometimes it's really easy. It's really easy to gauge the distance. It's super easy to get a red light and you have to go. It's so easy. And sometimes, even just, they don't do it at aid stations and they don't do it up hills because they just, before you know you're in a red light. And they made sure that it was only the ones got it that consciously, 30 seconds straight red light, and they were kind of drafting 10 meters behind. And those people they got, and they deserved it, the card. And so I think they did an amazing job, fair and just fun to race. And they were everywhere, so they were also in the back of the pack, in the front of the pack, I assume, everywhere referees. Good job. Then to my bike, I had no muscle issues like anything like Arizona where I had cramps or feeling weird. I would say I performed in the ranges that I trained with. If I would do this race again, that's again learnings, but I would train more intensity because the ride overall was more intense than what I did indoors on the trainer here. That's already a learning. I can go ahead before I go into my data there for the bike, that overall looking, everybody that kind of trained time trialing outside before, either Europeans that were on outside rotor riding or in the wind, or people that lived in US that could ride time trial outside, they on general performed a lot better, depending what the level is, what per kilogram and bike fitness, they performed better, they could run better off than the people like me and also other guys that just rode on the literal kicker trainer, which is not the same as even the free rollers, which is very static and has good for fitness, but has very little to do with the demand that now was in the race. So I rode 2 hours 14. General, I've never seen climate like that. In Europe, I lived in the Netherlands, there are strong winds and gusts. It's a flat country. Hawaii, I've seen there's strong wind and gusts, but there's really no comparison to this because, you could see this is also the valley where hurricanes form. So this is also close to Oklahoma and all those things where all the twisters and hurricanes come. And you can tell this is kind of, it's not hurricane level, but you can tell that from this, 10 levels up, you could form a hurricane. You have to imagine it's like the only ones for European to understand, or anybody that's been on a mountain. If you're on a 3,000 meter mountain and you go out to the gondola and the wind blows like that's kind of how it was. It's like a straight turbine, one way, no gust, no side, nothing. It's one way, like an open gate, and it's full gas wind. So if you had it in the back when we started out, the first, while you go 60k an hour and you're riding, and again, can't really ride away, you're riding your 300 watts, and everybody at that level, that's again another part I want to go to, everybody around you can ride 4 watts per kilogram-ish, so you're not riding away. I did surges 3-4 times, overtake someone, you do like 350 watts, which sounds like a big number, but the name of the game in this is watt per kilogram. So there seems to be, anyways, I noticed confusion. And I can tell because I'm the guy that weighs this 83, 82 kilograms and sees the watts. It's all watt per kilogram. It's not, as people think, that you're in the flat and suddenly it's all watts and watt per kilogram disappears. When you think about physics, you have your moving aspect in space, in the ground. So it's first and foremost all watt per kilogram. Even on a rolling flat course like this, with the wind, I would say a 55 kilogram guy that has the same watt per kilogram would ride the same as an 80 kilogram guy that has the same watt per kilogram. To be honest, on this course, I don't think there would be a time difference. So that's big learning. It's all watt per kilogram, which I kind of knew before, but I didn't know, and I think a lot of people don't know the significance how big it is. And you can see the people that rode around 2 hours and the watt differences. The one guy that weighs 83 kilograms, 84, he rode 390 watts average. The other guy weighs 60 kilograms, he rode 330 watts average. And they all ride the exact same speed and time. It's not that you can draft behind, it's not that. So it is literally as simple as that, watt per kilogram. So then for what I did there in terms of numbers, I would say that's the ranges that I trained in. I rode 1 hour 6 in my zone 3, that's between 260 and 310 watts. I rode 26 minutes between 311 and 360 watts, and I rode 7 minutes between 360 and more watts, which hills and surges and all this. And 22 minutes also 190 to 260 watts. That's something with the dynamics. Again, after 3-4 surges, I realized you're not going anywhere. You overtake them, those guys around you. Everybody is just as strong as you. Like 4 watts per kilogram means just about nothing in this game. Level is very high, which is great, very motivating. I think that's amazing. No problem with that. But you're not riding away, and then you're riding with the group, and then you try to attack in a crosswind. That's something that I think a lot of people had issues with, including me. That kind of ruined my run, and I think it ruined a lot of people's run, is that you couldn't really train for those conditions because you're riding in a crosswind, literally 45 degrees. So you're riding like this, or then it switches and you're riding like this, or a headwind. I mean, that's pretty straight, and backwind. But it comes down to fitness. So the people that were the most fit, like Lionel, for example, he also suffered in the run, and I assume he also ran a bit slower because the course was a bit short, 600 meters. So you have to add around 2 minutes on top for everybody, 1.5, 2 minutes to the time in total. Then you have the accurate one. And it's also a hilly run course, but I think the fittest ones just won, and the ones that were good time trialists, they suffered less than the ones that maybe just rode indoors on a trainer. They couldn't run off, which leads us to the run. So I finished the bike off. In the end, last 20-30K, I could still overtake some people with the same power, so they kind of faded, but again, it didn't really matter. So you're kind of wherever you were, and I thought, okay, I didn't ride like to the absolute potential, but I thought, okay, then you have a good run in you, you know, like you can probably do this run training. I've been really comfortable at 330 minute per K pace, really like more like a cruise pace, and I thought between 113 and slowest 115 minute per K pace average or total time is should definitely be doable based on what we did in training, also what the coach said. But if buts don't exist, basically after 1 or 2K, I noticed my legs, muscular-wise, were pretty shattered, and there was like, I almost couldn't believe it. And they were pretty shattered, and that had to, afterwards looking back, just with the bike, with the conditions, the demand was higher than what I trained, for sure, intensity-wise, 100%. And that just took a leg, from biking to run legs away, to make it very simple, right? That's what happened, and that kind of leaves me in this zone 2 shuffle pace, which was around 410, 4 minute per K pace. And I tried my best to get it up, and breathing was still up and heart rate was still up, but the legs were kind of just gone, you know. And so there was another shuffle fest and just jogged it home. I did my absolute best to enjoy it, and also, first of all, thanks to everyone. I met like 2 or 3 of you who came up to me, and I'm a small channel, I'm not a great athlete yet. I'm still the one in the trying phase, in the trying to make it phase. I'm still knee deep in there, and to have people come up and say really nice things that inspires them, it's great to hear, and I really appreciate everyone also on course cheering me half dead there. So to sum up, finished off the run. DNF is not an option. That's kind of something I grew up in the sport of Ironman with, that kind of this is the only way through is out. So like that's kind of how I will always approach it. No matter how it's going, I will always finish, do the absolute best I can. And this on this day was that. Learnings, what I would have do differently. I would train more intensity before on the bike, but even that would have maybe taken a few minutes off, not significant changes, but maybe it would have helped my run, that I can run better off, at least closer to the potential that the training shows. But overall, this race gave me a good knock on the head, let's say. So it really cracked me quite nicely open. I think it's the first time ever since this journey that right after I had and voiced loud concerns about this, if I should keep going. The first time ever, I never thought I would get there. But there's a breaking point for everybody, and this race did it for me. Not because I placed 47th, because even if I would have put the numbers together that I thought I can do, would have been 20th maybe 15th, and it's equally irrelevant, to be honest. So the way sports works, if there's a table, even third place is, no offense to now, or in general, anybody getting third is obviously you're close to the win, it's great. But even third place is barely relevant. And the reason, if you don't believe me, think about, name the third place finisher of the last 3 World Championships of your sport that you know. I think you're gonna have a hard time thinking. So it's simple as that. There's one winner and the rest are kind of losers. And there has to be stepping stones up. And right now, I think the swim and run overall, I'm definitely a lot closer, not to winning, but overall closer. Couldn't show that now, especially short and swim. Would have been nice to have that 23 minutes, maybe quicker on the belt there. Then I could have gone out of there. Okay, the bike and run was meh, but the swim was good, but was meant to be. But I know from swimming in the pool the times what I can do there. Overall, what is the plan moving forward? So the days after the race, when you go through this period of just being kind of, not doubts that you can never reach there, but you kind of depleted your emotional energy to racing especially. Because if you see my videos before, I have tons of energy and passion for training, but even that right now is at a 0. So this now has to, so first step, get passion back for training. And then racing, the fact is simply that in order to try, you want to make it in a sport, which means what does making mean? I mean, podium, winning races, you don't go there overnight, you have to have stepping stones, but this is kind of the range that will help you to get more financial support and just say that you're a professional triathlete, say. Because if I would have been 10th or 15th now or 47, equally little changes in your life, meaning nothing changes. So it's just a very high level of sport, which is, again, as I said, I think that's very motivating, very good. And the numbers needed, especially on a bike, anything below 4.5 watts per kilogram, you're in no man's land. So 4 watts per kilogram is, for half distances, it's really nowhere near good enough. Even 4.7 is not gonna be cream of the top. Cream of the top is 4.7, 4.8 watts. And you have to be able to run, this good times off. The times are known, this 110, and it hasn't changed too much. I mean, the times and watts, they've been in many ways similar to 10 years ago. So a Craig Alexander would have done still really well today. And all the people that were good back then, I think they would have still done really good well now. But it's just a lot more people in the sport that are good, which is, the sport is growing, it's perfect. More money in the sport, more people to make a living, to chase his dream. So one reason also because you know the top 10 in names in those lists very well, and you know the name is because those people are champions and have been knocked down a million times and got up a million times. So going to the point that you actually consider or even think about contemplating, maybe this is not for me anymore, or like, I think those people have been there several times. I think they would probably tell you stories how they've been there 3-4 times, and that's just the name of the game. If you're a book author or entrepreneur or a painter or anybody that's an athlete, this is kind of the name of the profession. So then I was thinking, okay, I could do something else, but the thing is, I don't want to. I have the main passion in life I have for this, and I believe it's not over. So then I quickly came to, I don't want to do anything else, really. I've done things, I've studied, I've worked, I've done all those things. I don't want to found a family now. There are no things that I feel that I really want to do. Because if I would have something I really want to do, trust me, I'll do that right now. That was the point now in that race. That would have been it, let's say. But again, it's not over, because I have passion for this, I love this. But what I have to do now is protect my passion, especially for the Ironman events, because the Ironman events, they are my favorite. Everything, again, also Arizona, everything about the trip except my race performance and this is kind of what you work very hard towards, was 10 out of 10. Those events are so cool. I love them with all my heart, like the atmosphere before, but it goes a lot into those events, not just signing up. Even as a pro, you pay $250 to sign up for full Ironman 500. It's not different for pros, really. A little bit cheaper, but not a ton. And then you fly there, you pack your bike, you bring it to the bike mechanic. You one day travel there, one day travel back, at least, even if you go to Europe. There's a lot involved just for one race, right? So for me to go to a professional Ironman race again, on the highest level racing basically, I know what I want to see in training. And that is for short course meter swimming, 20 times 100, 110 pace, leaving 130 latest, and also like something like 10 times 100, 105 pace, this kind of VO2. Those ranges, comfortably swim. On the bike, no number around it, 80 kilograms, not 83, not 84. I have to find a way to be 80 kilograms exactly, not a gram over, maybe 79. Because then the watt per kilogram, then the threshold number, the LT2 is 400, not a half a watt below, over sure, but that's where I'm gonna get, and that's what I have to work towards. 5 watt per kilogram on the bike, because then if you're conditioned well, you can ride 4.5 watts per kilogram in the 70.3, and then you're not the best, but you're for sure up there together with the swim, the bike, and the run. My threshold right now is around 350 minute per K. I have to get that to 305. So swim and run is easier. Bike, ironically, the one I was best at from when I started the sport. Right now I'm the most behind, for sure. Very high level, but also look at my last year. I've been training 2.5-3 months now. Last year I took most of it off not training, so there's no miracle in endurance sports. It's hard work over a long time, and what I have to do now is, again, also those events, not just emotionally, 70.3, it's a lot, time-wise, all that, but also it's a lot of effort involved always. So it takes away from training, takes away, as you see now, if I would have been around the corner, it would have been easier, but there's jet lag, there's all these things that are in it. But mainly costs. Also financially, you have to be smart now, because if I get 15th or 10th or 20th, nothing changes in my life financially. So it's really no point going there, to be honest, because I did my learning curve right now. I'm very used to Pro Series event, to the atmosphere, the racing, the dynamics, the swim start. Nothing phases me in terms of like, this is new, I've seen it, the impressions, I visualize it, I know all about it, I did that now. So I've been the experience at the highest level, seen it. All that is needed now is a physical ability. It's simple as that. I don't have to learn anymore when it comes to those things. It's always gonna be more, but not a ton. So what I will do is, until I have those training numbers, I will race locally, first to cut costs, and secondly, just to keep it easy. I can drive to the race in the morning, go afternoon back, little hassle, less costs, and I can focus on training. Then I can look again at racing 70.3 Ironman events. I don't know when it is. It could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be a year, it could be 2 years, to be honest. I don't think 2 years, but it doesn't matter when. The when is really out of my control. The how we look at now, we learned already a bit, and I believe, working hard at it. And then whenever that is, I'll get there, and then I'll be at the start line again at a race like that. So the races I had planned, they're scratched. As I said, for the reasons I just mentioned. I will race this summer here locally. Hopefully I'll make some videos, but to be honest, also on that front, every ounce of energy, as I said, this is such a blow, this one, another blow, one of many blows, that I need every ounce of energy now for myself, and to train and focus. And there's only 2 people in the world that really know what's going on in my training and really truly care, and that is 2 people. That's my wife. She knows everything, and also my coach. Those are the 2 people, and those will be the only 2 people that we focus on, work on, and otherwise just enjoy life here in Finland. And if I feel like making a video for the local events, I will, but otherwise it will be unfortunately a little bit of a YouTube break for you guys. But for me, this is my life. For you, after this video, go on, click on another video, and life goes on, right? So I enjoy making those videos, but it makes it extra hard when you keep going on short and you keep reporting it. It just makes it extra hard for no reason at all, right? I just need to focus every ounce of energy and motivation, every ounce I have. As I said, I'm out of ounces, so I have to get the ounces back, everything I got now into this, to get those training numbers, And that doesn't mean on race day everything comes together, but I know I can do it. So then I can have several shots at 70.3s and go race and race and race and race. And now I'll race locally from Olympic distance to also halves to see stepping stones, right? So stepping stones and measure, because you need to race, you need to test it in race scenarios. So I'll do that locally, cheaper, easier, more time efficient, better for training. So yeah, this is a little goodbye for now. I don't know when I'll be back here, but you guys will be fine. Focus on your training, enjoy it, and I hope these videos give you some inspiration, motivation to keep training. And I'll do my best to come back to YouTube when I'm ready and I feel like I'm in a position again to not just hold a pro card, because right now it's nothing professional about me. It's the pursuit is professional, but I'm in the trying phase. And yeah, I want to be a professional athlete in athletic ability. That is now very important to me. So let's do that. I see you guys another time. See you soon. Bye.